What if I told you that your external world is nothing more than a reflection of your internal world? Every challenge, success and experience you encounter is like a mirror showing you something about yourself. This is the foundation of the mirror principle, a powerful concept that can really help you shift your life in incredible ways. So stick around, because you're not going to want to miss this. This will change your life forever. So we're going to break down what the mirror principle is, how it works, and most importantly, how you can apply it to create your reality that you truly desire. So imagine walking past the mirror, right? And when you frown, the mirror frowns back. When you smile, the mirror smiles back. Excuse my smile, it's not the best one, but when the mirror smiles back. The reflection though, it's not separate from you. It simply responds to what you give it. And life literally operates in the same way. The people you meet, the opportunities you attract, the obstacles you face, they're all reflections of your beliefs, emotions, and your internal dialogue, whether you think it is or not, right? Your external world is like a feedback loop, mirroring back to you what you hold within. The principle is like, it's sort of often tied to the fucking crappy law of attraction, stuff like that, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just the thinking better thoughts type of bullshit, right? It requires awareness, responsibility, and intentional transformation, right? So, right, let's take a few examples here. Relationships, right? If you keep attracting toxic, crappy, untrustworthy people in your life, ask yourself, right, where in your life am I not trusting myself? Or what beliefs do I have about love and relationships? Right, here's another one, career and success. So, if you feel stuck, you're constantly stuck in your career, right? Consider this. Do I believe I'm worthy of a successful career? Do I fear failure or responsibility? Here's a health and well-being example. Health and well-being, I don't know what I said there, health and well-being example. So if you struggle with self-care, right, reflect on this. How do I speak to myself internally? And do I treat my body with respect? And do I treat it with what I expect from others? Your world is responding to you literally at all times, whether you realise it or not. And the mirror principle just basically reflects it back. So, how do you use this principle to create lasting change in your life? So let's go through 3 powerful steps about the mirror principle, what will help you to achieve your 2.0 version of yourself, and you've got to observe this without judgment, okay? So the first step is to become an observer of your life. Look at your relationships, finances, health, and daily experiences. You know, and instead of just playing the blaming on external circumstances, ask yourself, what is this reflecting about me? Shift your eternal state, because once you recognise what's being reflected back to you, change starts from within. If you see scarcity in your finances, shift from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. And if you see rejection, work on self-acceptance and self-worth. Remember, the outer world follows the inner world. Inner world first. So take aligned action. Internal shifts must be backed by the action. As I always say, take the bloody action, whether inspired or forced, just take the action. So if you want help for your relationships, for instance, set boundaries. If you want success, take the bold steps. If you want happiness, start practicing gratitude and self-love daily. The mirror principle, honestly, is a game changer. When you embrace it, right, you stop seeing life as something that's happening to you, and you start seeing it as something happening for you instead. You have the power to reshape your reality by just shifting what's inside, right? So I challenge you starting today. And this is how we're going to do it, right? Whenever something triggers you, excites you, or challenges you, right, I want you to pause and ask, what is this teaching me about myself, right? Master the reflection and you will literally master your life. I'll give you a good example on this within my life, right? I was really overweight and anxious. So that was my inner state, being overweight and really anxious. So in my external state, when I was out and about and stuff, I used to see people who was also overweight and eating themselves to death and stuff. So because my inner state was being reflected by my outer state and vice versa. So you could put it into any things like when you're feeling, lack of finances. You'll just experience more in your external world to match the lack of finances, lack of abundance frequency. So you might get letters of debt, you might be struggling with bills, you might be struggling to make ends meet, you might be struggling to buy food. And this is because all the mirror is doing is reflecting the external world to match the inner world. So instead of feeling like poor, and even if you haven't got enough money to make things like, just shift your eternal state to, I always have more than enough. I can always get by. Money comes to me in unexpected ways. And once you start embodying that I am frequency, the mirror will reflect back to you what you're embodying. Another instance, I was in a job and I really liked the job, but it was highly stressful, highly demanding, and every now and again I wouldn't hit the targets what was met of me, and I always used to say to a colleague, what I made good friends with, I always used to say, I'm going to get sacked. Oh, I can feel it, I'm just going to get sacked. And she was like, you're not going to get sacked, stop putting that out into the universe because you will end up getting sacked. I never took her advice, I just kept putting it out there, putting it out there, putting it out there. So my internal state was, literally portraying that I'm going to be dismissed from this job role, I'm going to be sacked and stuff. So the external world matched the internal world via the mirror, and lo and behold, I got sacked from my job. It's just crazy how things can happen like that. When I was in my relationship of so many years, when I was in my long relationship was broke down, I was always secretly manifesting or secretly feeling inside that one day she's going to cheat on me, one day she's going to leave me, and lo and behold she did. Sometimes your greatest gift in life though is beautifully disguised as your worst nightmare. And literally, I didn't see it at the time when I lost my job and lost the relationship, but now I'm in a great place because I've got more time to work out. I've lost a lot of weight, I'm getting a really good body, I can see a six-pack forming, I've now got a job I love, I've got more time to work on my content, more time to exercise. I didn't have that at the time, and that's because them things as well was holding me back. They was an anchor for me in life and I didn't realise it. So sometimes, when the universe meets you halfway and you want to get to the next step, it will literally make things fall apart. And you'll think, my life is literally falling apart, what am I going to do? But all it's doing is getting you to the next level. So you've got to meet the universe halfway. But change your internal state. Your internal state comes before anything. You've just got to remember the fundamental of the mirror principle is if you don't change the internal state, right, the external state, what you desire, will never change either. So the mirror always reflects back to it, doesn't it? What you are putting to it. So when you look in a mirror, whatever you're portraying, whatever your face looks like, it will shine back to you, won't it? And that is literally how this mirror of reality works. Whatever you're portraying out from the inner state is what you're going to get reflected back to you, in sort of weird and wonderful circumstances. But believe me, this is a foundation, right? And it actually does work. So change your inner state to a more inner state that you desire, or change your inner state for an external state that you really desire, and it will move mountains to reflect it back, believe me. So if you aspire to be a content creator or a coach or have your own business and stuff, just start portraying that to the mirror by changing your inner state to match that. So you start embodying the I am frequency of I am a successful content creator, I am a successful business person, I am a person who's got a really good body and is in shape and is a gym goer. You just literally have to change that inner state to match that, and the frequency will go out there and the external mirror will reflect it back to you through life's mirror reality. And that's literally how simple it is. It really is. So just keep practicing it. And I know sometimes, right, I get it, we get too comfortable in life. But ask yourself this: are the things you get too comfortable with in life, right, the things that the known, the familiar, your little comfort box, it's all cozy in there, isn't it? But are the things in there and all you're settled down there with, right, are they actually serving you in life? Ask yourself that. Is my little comfort box of the known and the familiar actually getting me to where I need to be? And if you're thinking, Daz, I really need some more help in escaping that box, right, no worries, I've got you covered. Check out this video up here and I'll see you in there. Or it might be up there, or wherever YouTube might decide to put it. Here we go. Just pick it and I'll see you in there. Alright, see you soon. Bye.